industry.
यात्रञ्चमे सूष्टमे प्रसूष्टमे सीजञ्चमे लयश्चमव्रतञ्चमे मृतञ्चमे यक्ष्मञ्चमे नावयश्चमे जीवातश्चमे दीर्घायत्वञ्चमेण मित्रञ्चमे भजञ्चमे सुगञ्चमे शयनञ्चमे सूषाचमे सुधिनञ्चमे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यव उतोत इषवे नमः नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुदते नमः साङ्गृण्येष्ट्या जगते इमाञ्जनतागं सङ्गृह्णानीति द्वादश लक्ष्मीशरा भवति द्वादश मासा संवत्सरः संवत्सरमेवावरुन्धे मोञ्जी भवति ऊर्ज्वैवुञ्जाः ऊर्जमेवावरुन्धे चित्रानक्षत्रं भवति चित्रं वा एतः कर्म यदश्वमेवत्समृद्ध्यै पर्याप्या अनन्तरायाय सर्वस्तोमोतिरा त्रवत्तममहर्भवति सर्वस्याप्यै सर्वस्य चित्यै सर्वमेव तेनाप्नोति सर्वं जयति श्री सांब परमेश्वराय नमः ॐ आज्यदीपं दर्शयामि आज्यदीपानन्तरमध्ये आचमनीयं समर्पयामि ॐ जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा
श्री गणनाथं भजरे चित्तपराशक्तियुतं श्री गणनाथं भजरे चित्तपराशक्तियुतं श्री गणनाथं भजरे.
On behalf of our family, we welcome you to this program that marks the first anniversary of the passing of my father, Dr. Banad Vishwanath. Almost 1 year ago, my father moved on from this earth to start a new path and journey with God. Understandably, the past year has been most difficult for all of us, but most especially for my mother, who lost a life partner being married for over 50 years. My father always wanted to come to the US to practice medicine, but he had to find a wife that wanted to also make her life here. Like many of you, both my father and mother worked hard to build a life here, raising 3 children, sponsoring close relatives to come to the US, and also taking up another challenge, to meaningfully give back something to the community. All these efforts occurred concurrently, making my parents' lives, our family lives, very interesting to say the least. My father was a well-known cardiologist, having trained under the legendary cardiologist Dr. Denton Cooley and practiced medicine for over 50 years. But he was not satisfied with this one achievement. He then took up an active role in promoting all South Asian culture in the US. First through Vision of Asia, which was a 2-hour weekly program on Sunday mornings in 1976. And then, with a small circle of close family friends, he launched ITV, the first full-time channel in the US in 1986. Of course, he was supported by my mother, who hosted Vision of Asia, famously welcoming every viewer on Sunday morning with Namaste. And also supported by my uncle Prakash, and ultimately by many dedicated staff members and well-wishers, whom all became a part of the extended ITV family. He had a great passion for medicine, media, and most of all for his family. This is my father's legacy. Today is a day of celebrating my father's life and what he meant to all of us. I thank you for being here this morning and hope to celebrate his life along with us. Lastly, my father and his father, Nandishwar Banad, always repeated one thing to me in the midst of my growing years. Health is wealth. Take care of yourselves and loved ones because life is very short. God bless.
Get into arguments, say things that you don't necessarily mean, and then come back and reflect on that and realize that it's just a passing moment.
To mark the 1-year anniversary by celebrating the loving memory of Dr. Banad and Vishwanath, our priest Pradeep performed prayers to Lord Shiva on this beautiful and glorious mantapa. Friends, this is the same mantapa that Dr. Vishwanath had performed his last devotions and prayers during the 40th anniversary of Basava Jayanti. Sri Krishna Karant, a great human being and a friend of Banad family, made this possible. Sri Krishna Karant dedicated himself to reach out to Dr. Vishwanath with this mantapa.
ಅಮೃತ ಸವಿಯುವೆನ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಪರಿಪಾಲಿಸುನಿ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಭವ ಭಯಹಾರಕ ಮನುಕುಲ ರಕ್ಷಕ ಮುಕುತಿಯ ದಾಯಕನಿ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಮುಕುತಿಯ ದಾಯಕನಿ ಭವಸಾಗರವ ದಾಟಿಸೋ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಭಕುತಿಯ ಭಂಡಾರಿ ನೀ ಭಕುತಿಯ ಭಂಡಾರಿ.
Uncle has picked up the phone and called me all the time, and out of the blue, and that's what he did, and it has formed and created a very strong and personal narrative to me and influenced my life in so many ways. And many of the things I do today is because of Uncle. And I remember our very last conversation that we had, which was about 2 weeks before he entered the hospital. So there isn't a day that goes by that I don't think of Uncle, and in a wonderful way. I have never been treated anything but as a son, my auntie and uncle. Love you guys both so much, and I thank you for that. And Uncle, I just want you to know that I love you, and I miss you very much.
I know that everybody's been affected by Appa in some way in this room. Probably no one more than, well, obviously his sons, his 3 sons that he's left behind, but no one more than Amma, who is the most wonderful woman in the world, who gives so much to so many, as did Appa, but they both give so much, especially Amma, to everybody. And she's still here with us. So just a reminder to always remind her how much you love her and that you're there for her, as we are for you, Amma, always. No matter what, you're our Amma and our Ajji forever. You're stuck with us. We love you.
He was very focused on what he wanted to do. Of all the things, how hard he worked to build up his television business from very little to what it is today. Nobody else could have done that except him. All the resources he gave for it, his time, and he did everything from the very bottom. Like starting in a business, you start in a mail room, he started from that and all the way became a CEO. Then every aspect of that, he has done it himself personally, which nobody else would do when building a business. He's a workaholic, always work. He never had free time. If he had 2 or 3 times, he would drag Satya and go to a movie. He would never sit and relax, do nothing. That was not his part of the thing. When he go to beach on vacation, it was not a vacation because he was on phone all the time.
Looking at this pictures, it's amazing that how much time we spent together, and more important, how did you find time to spend with all of us? Personally, and look at this 1 year is gone, but for me it looks like it's like yesterday. I remember the whole day, Sunday, starting from early morning that he called me. I went to see him and I spent time. Then we went out for lunch. After 1 hour, I think this tragedy happened. Uh, he was so good. He looked well. The time was short. What can we say? But I always remember that the things that he helped me and my family all this time, so I can never forget it. On behalf of Sheila, Akash, Adarsh and Lanam, thanks very much.
Some of the pictures show the family reunion that he insisted on getting it done, which was started about a few years before. And he was like, I want my grandkids and my brother's kids and all the nieces and nephews to know each other. So let's get this going. And out of the whim, within a matter of months, we put together one family reunion for the first year. And from then on, thanks to everybody in our family, each person has taken the responsibility and we're trying to continue the tradition. And I'm sure that Uncle is there looking over that. He just looked at me and he said, do you have a watch? I said, no, I never wore a watch. So then he just took off his, I'm guessing that was like the real modern watch at that time because it had a calculator in it. And the next day I wore it to school and everybody put me on a pedestal. So my mom, who is in Bangalore, and my brother, their family, they all joined me today in remembering Uncle Vishwanath. Thank you.
He would just keep working, and his hard work and determination just really put the best in all of us, starting with Satya and everyone, Deepak, Billy, and Dave, and his family, everyone's families here. He inspired everyone in so many different ways. The community, he brought how many patients he saved over his career. So many people owe their lives to him, and it's so humble to be part of this family. I'm so lucky, and we all love you, Satya. Thank you.
Dr. Indu Shivram has been practicing pulmonary and critical care medicine in New York for the last 20 years. She has been studying the Shastras under Pujya Swami Dayananda Saraswati for 15 years. She has been active in rural education projects for underprivileged children through the All India Movement for Seva and the Dharma Rakshana Samiti. From 2011 through 2014, Indu and her husband quit their jobs to pursue a lifelong dream. They moved to Anakiti, India, to complete a rigorous 3-year course in Vedanta and Sanskrit at the Arsha Vidya Gurukulam. They regard this as the most fulfilling period of their lives. They are both back now in their careers, but are actively teaching and sharing their knowledge through classes in Vedanta, meditation, chanting, and through exciting audiovisual classes on the link between temple art and Vedic philosophy. And now Dr. Shivram is going to lead the Atma Shatkam.
This is Nirvana Shatkam or Atma Shatkam, attributed to Shankaracharya. We've been chanting this part of the other slokas every month, and Satya and the family love it. So here's one. Namaste, friends and family. Thank you all for joining us today. This has been a very difficult year for me, but all of you, especially my friends and family, made it very easy. And once a month chanting, Urmila and Indu, they took me to a different world every month when they came home. I felt so good. And after that, again, I could see my children and myself, all of us, thank Hindu and Urmila Shina very, very much. We are grateful to you for bringing us to the next level, the spiritual world. And thank you all so much for joining us today.
We think about the purpose of life by looking at the life of Dr. Vishwanath. We can see that he never believed in the word impossible. He would always see beyond the limitations, and his ability to see that would encourage others also to find solutions. And he was working on various levels at the same time. One thing which I find very interesting and important is his ability to focus amidst many activities, and if he is paying his 100% attention to you, listening to your side of the story, he would not leave his focus from where he started off.
I migrated to this country in '84, and 85 I joined ITV as an Indian program announcer. Dr. Vishwanath comes from a highly respectable Hindu family in India, and a family, you know, that is united, a family that does things together, eat together, pray together. There is bound to be success in that family. Dr. Vishwanath and his family, they're wonderful people. I've known them for many years, and I know that his charming wife, his devoted wife, missed him a lot, but I know for a fact that the Lord is guiding her to face the problems she's facing today. And with the help of her devoted children, she can depend on their help for guidance in the future.
My name is Pradeep, and I'm speaking on behalf of the entire Caribbean community. We'd like to thank ITV, Dr. Vishwanath, his entire family, all the sons, they're here. And as I was sitting there thinking about their names, Dave, Deepak, and Dilip, I was thinking words to coincide with their name as one brother did earlier. And DDD, we can say devotion, dedication, and discipline. Those are the 3 Ds there for the sons. On behalf of all the brothers who are doing, and the members of the Caribbean community doing programs on ITV, Richard Mahace, Roy Ramsuran, yours truly, and of course my brother left, that's Dan Paul Narayan from Jyoti Satsang. We would like to express our gratitude and appreciation for ITV for hosting us over the years and serving the Caribbean community. They still continue to do so, and we look forward to working with them in the future.
And we are proud today that all of us look forward for a great Indian program that serves the entire North America and the world. And that was Dr. Vishwanath's dream, and he's a legend. He's a living legend in our heart. And may the good Lord bless his family and keep the family always blessed and protected. Thank you very much.
I feel proud and glad that we have been in the community for more than 45 years. And there's a saying, behind a successful man, there's always a woman. And of course, I attribute all my success, whatever it is, to Satya, who has been my backbone all these years.
And this is also a moment to share with everybody that when we see this beautiful couple having spent 50 years together, that golden jubilee, and that was also a cause of celebration today in its own way.
My interests are slightly different than hers, although I support her efforts in being in the community activist. I have my medical profession, and which I devoted most of the time in my early years in my medical profession, and even now, of course, I'm working full time. In addition to that, as you are aware, we started this television program more than 36 years ago, and it has grown from Vision of Asia being 1.5 years, 1.5 hours every week, to now full time, 24 hours a day on ITV since last 26 years. 26 years. And we are still growing, and I cannot tell what will happen later, but I can be assured that we are still more to come. She was hosting Vision of Asia for the first 15 years. Every week she used to be on television. She was not a trained actress or in the visual media, but she took time, effort to present herself and introduce the program every week for the first 15 years. It feels like when we started the program in 1976, it looks like as though dinosaurs were walking on Fifth Avenue. I mean, really, there is no comparison at all what the equipment we had and the efforts we had to put in to produce a 10-minute program or even a commercial. It took days and hours to make a commercial. Now, it's so easy now. There is tremendous change in the audiovisual media, and we have come a long way. And we have stepped, looks like we have started almost from the beginning of the audiovisual media into what it's now.